What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. And today, we got to talk about this alleged phone call involving Haymon and Leonard Ellerbe discussing Floyd Mayweather. And I want to be clear from the start. This audio has not been verified. In this era, a voice on the internet does not automatically mean it's a fact. But if this call is real, then Floyd has a bigger problem than 50 Cent trolling him. This would mean that something from inside his old business world made it outside. And somehow, it landed up in the hands of the one man who has been waiting to embarrass him for years.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like, well, you know. It's okay. You just work on your family and you work on yourself. Me and you stay close together, and we're going to put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. Come on, he owns fucking PBC. Yeah, well, you know, he's been saying that for me. He's been saying that. You don't own another fucking thing. You own yourself. Yeah. It's not don't. You want a bunch of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. He's got the ability to buy tickets, but you didn't have the money for. I got us covered, Lane. You just do your thing. Me and you are covered. Okay. Yeah, okay, partner. We getting to work tomorrow and the other thing on that stuff. Yeah, and your stuff's already in your mind, be in your bag before you leave. Okay. Thank you, man. Okay.
The words on that call are wild, but the leak may be even wilder. Haymon is known for moving in silence. Leonard Ellerbe was Floyd's longtime right-hand man. So this is not just some random boxing rumor. If those are really their voices, then we are hearing people who helped build a Floyd Mayweather machine speaking with real frustration behind closed doors. And that's different hate from outside hate. A stranger can talk about Floyd all day. That don't hit the same. But when somebody who stood next to you for decades starts talking like that, and now we're talking about history, money, resentment, and things the public never got to see. That's why this moment feels so dangerous for Floyd. Leonard Ellerbe probably knows things about Floyd that Floyd would never want to be public. And I'm not saying Leonard leaked this phone call, but the fact that this call was leaked at all means that somebody in Floyd's circle is not protecting him the way they used to. And once the walls start leaking, the image starts bleeding.
A lot of times you hear fighters saying, I'm with PBC, I'm with Haymon, but I'm not with Floyd Mayweather. And I'm not talking about Earl. I'm just talking about in general. I need every fighter to know this. If you're with PBC, you're with Floyd Mayweather, okay? Period. You cannot bring up Haymon name without bringing up Floyd Mayweather name.
Mayweather's not PBC. Mayweather's not PBC. Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe. It's like this. If I own an LLC, and the LLC can say Drink Champs, but I own the LLC, right? So just because it don't say Mayweather on it, don't mean I don't have nothing to do with it. Of course, I don't own it.
Right, absolutely. God damn, make some noise for this guy.
This is where the PBC comment matters. If Floyd really claimed or implied he owned PBC, I can understand why that would set people off. PBC is Haymon's world. That's his power structure. Floyd may have been the face of the biggest fights, but being the face of something and owning the machine behind it are two different things. And that's where Floyd's brand can get him in trouble. Floyd built Money Mayweather on control. He wasn't just rich. He made the world believe he controlled the room, controlled the deal, controlled the sport, and controlled the people around him. But if the people who were really helping him operate the business start feeling like he's taking too much credit, that can turn respect into bitterness fast. That's how money breaks up relationships. It's not always about who has money. Sometimes it's about who feels like they didn't get enough credit for helping you make it. And when the relationship breaks, everybody starts telling a different story. Floyd may see himself as the man who made everybody rich. Leonard may see himself as the man who kept the machine moving. Haymon may see himself as the quiet power Floyd should never speak of. And that's the kind of stuff that doesn't always come out in public until somebody gets mad or somebody leaks the wrong phone call.
So he made $100 million, you know, and he's his own boss. He can say and do what he wants to do, having a great team.
Yeah.
Because no one person can do it by himself. That was the core of the team.
Gotcha.
You know, and it was a tremendous sacrifice, you know, especially for me. I worked like 15 years straight, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, that whole middle part of my life.
Yeah.
It didn't exist. It didn't exist.
Floyd had posted that you was no longer a part of Mayweather Promotions. You care to say anything about that?
There's nothing to say other than I appreciate the opportunity to do something amazing. We had an incredible run And I'm forever grateful and thankful, blessed.
Leonard talking down on Floyd is different from 50 doing it. 50 can always be dismissed as a troll. Leonard can't be dismissed that easy. He was too close to Floyd. He was around the money, the deals, the promotion, the image, and the business side of Floyd's empire. So when Leonard speaks, people listen because they know he's not just guessing from the outside. That don't mean that every rumor is true, but it does mean that his frustration carries weight. And that part is what should bother Floyd, because the people who know how your image was built also know where that image is weak. That is why this don't feel like a normal beef. This feels like a business marriage after the trust is gone. The public only sees the leak, but the real damage probably started long before this audio hit the internet. Something had to break before a call like this could even be made. And once private frustration becomes public content, the relationship is already in a bad place.
You should step back in the ring?
I think it got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah. That's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
It took, been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your, your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
What is going on recently between you and Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd is like, he gets in an uncomfortable space when he spend the money down. Once the money get low, then he get uncomfortable and then he start bringing up old stuff, so we get into little arguments and stuff like that. But I don't take him too serious. I don't think anybody else should.
50 Cent, I've always been a great friend to him. I wish 50 nothing but the best. I want him to keep doing what he's doing. I watch Power.
Right. Well, money is the most important thing to him, right?
Yeah.
Does his money ever get low?
It get low, Larry.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
They do is fight, get the money, spend the money, then fight.
How much can you spend?
They're going to try and spend it all.
I've interviewed him a few times. He's an interesting cat.
He'll sit and tell you I made great investments. Just ask him what the investments.
If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, if I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs $18 million.
Money, the gambling, and them girls, they get them every time.
This is where 50 Cent becomes more than just comedy. 50 has been saying for years that Floyd's money situation and business circle were not what people thought they were. A lot of people thought he was just hating. And let's be honest, 50 does like to humiliate people. But now you have to ask a real question. Was 50 guessing? Or did he know things that wasn't public yet? Because audio like this don't just fall in your lap. Somebody had access to it. Somebody moved it. Somebody knew 50 would use it like a weapon. That is the part I would be worried about if I'm Floyd. Not the jokes and not the leak. The leak is embarrassing, and that is a different level of problem. Floyd Mayweather created one of the greatest sports brands in history. But when your whole identity is money, every money rumor is going to hit harder. When your whole identity is control, every business leak makes people question the control. That is why this story matters. Not because we know the call is real. Not because 50 Cent posted it. Not because Floyd and Leonard may have issues. It matters because it shows how fast a powerful man's image can start cracking when people around his money stop moving like family. Money can build an empire, but it can also turn everybody into a scorekeeper. And if this call is real, Floyd may be finding out that some people who helped him build Money Mayweather do not feel the same way about him no more. That is a cold place to be, because when silent people start talking, it usually means they were holding on to something for a long time. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.